That ending was that was really, we're gonna end like that. We're really gonna end like that. That was trash. That was trash, and it wasn't trash because it was bad. It was trash because. All right, so this is the season finale of Loving You Is Wrong, season 5, episode 11. You know, Rusty's Band of Justice. No, Rusty's Band of Ignorant Confederates. Of racist, bigoted Confederates. That's what this is. So it starts off with Rusty going and belittling Randal. And again, because at this point, we haven't forgiven Randal for the foolishness that he's done to Marcy. But you have to go and put that on the back burner because, you know, Randal's trying to let me know, I'm a doctor. I have money. I can pay you $100,000. Just let me and my baby go. Just let us go. I'll give you the money. I'll pretend like this never happened. He's like, how'd you get that money? Are you a drug dealer? Oh, you must be a drug dealer, boy. Who'd you steal that from? A doctor? No black man can be a doctor, boy. And it was like, why would I listen to you? Because you're going to die soon anyway. I'm going to hang you. We're going to hang you. We're going to use that boat to do so. And it is what it is. And we're going to throw your baby in the lake. I already told you all this. I'm just reiterating it so that you know about it. Oh yeah, please like, comment, subscribe, even though this was some bull. Anyway, Randal is still pleading for his baby's life. And Rusty's just like, if you don't shut up and if you don't do as I say, you will be dying sooner than later. So here's how this is going to go. He goes because the latch is all rusted. The latch is rusted over. So he has to go and figure out how he's going to go. And what is he going to do about that? Because he needs to hang a boy. He needs to hang a boy today. And now we have Alex's mom comes into the fray. And what's her name? Miss Virginia? Miss Kenny? Who cares? Trash. That's what we're calling her. Miss Trash. So Miss Trash is talking to Randal. And, Randal's trying to appease her. It's like, oh my gosh, please pick my baby up. And she's like, first of all, do you know what Rusty will do to me if I even touch that thing? That thing? That bastard, that thing? That's how she refers to, Brad Jr. Brad Jr. Yeah, and she's like, I'm not touching him because Rusty will go and knock me upside my head. I don't need that to happen again. And she was like, you raped my daughter. I didn't rape your daughter. I know you didn't rape my daughter. I didn't rape... Wait, what? No, I'm not stupid. I know you didn't rape my daughter. Do you know what the reason why this is all happening to you? This is happening because you think you know her. Because Randal was trying to do his whole psychological mind games with her and saying, it's interesting because I see it in your eyes. You do want to help me. It's like, I want to help you. I'm thinking, no, she doesn't want to help you. She doesn't care about the baby either. She just doesn't like the whole killing part. She doesn't have a problem, getting bruised up, raped, molested, violated, but just not the killing. That's the part that's a little too gory for her. And that's not what she said, but that's why I read off of her face. And he said, see, you're not a bad person. You actually don't even belong here. You thought you were going to be in the big city. You thought that you were going to have a whole lot of opportunities. You thought you were going to marry someone that was actually on your level, or someone nice, a good man. And what happened? Who was it that said, no, that's not going to happen? Was it your mother? No, it was your father, wasn't it? And she was just like, how do you know that? Are you some type of witch? Oh God, are you a black witch? She said, no, you idiot, you inbred imbecile. I am not no damn witch. The issue is that I can read people. Oh, you can read people? Then how come you can read my daughter when you were opening up her legs? I mean, the whole issue with this is you went and slept with her. I know you didn't rape her. And now you had a baby. And now you and the baby have to die. Because she came to us saying that she needed help, that she was violated. I'm not stupid. I know my daughter when she's lying. I know when she's telling the truth. And here's the thing. I'm not going to go and help you, regardless of the fact that, you're black and that's more than enough to, your baby's mixed. So, the whole time I'm looking at it, I'm like, that baby is really on that floor. At first I'm thinking, is that a green screen? Is that just a fake? Like, that baby is really... How long is that baby going to be on that floor? I don't care how clean or how fake that set is. Because I'm looking at this like, you couldn't pay me any amount of money to have my child on someone's floor. Period. A baby? Baby! a swallowed, you know, baby that's all swallowed up, can't even do anything for himself. I was upset over that. Forget all the rest of, you know, because when she went back in the house, she was like, I can't help you. I'm not going to help you. I'm not going to pick up your baby. You're going to die. He's going to die. It is what it is. I'm like, dang, this episode is too much right now. Rusty's like, you better not touch that boy, because I'll go and throw you in that lake right now. I'll go and throw him in that lake, because I'm going to go and hang you, and then I'm going to take you to the bayou. While you're at the bayou, we're going to go and have the alligators, the crocodile, whatever it is, I think it's alligators, go and eat up your body. They're going to eat it up so that there is no trace. You feel me? Steven goes and talks to the 911 operator that went and told Eddie the information with regarding Andrew. So she's just like, yeah, we haven't been able to get into touch with Andrew. It's like, what are you talking about? You know, Andrew is actually with, well, he's supposed to be with Alex, and they're supposed to be heading to Alex's parents, because that's where the baby and Randal are supposed to be. Steven's like, wait a minute, why didn't I know about this? Well, Eddie said he would take care of it. You know, Andrew, he's so dumb, he's so gullible, he's so stupid, silly, but Eddie has his back. I'm like, what is wrong? Zane, shut up, because I'm like, that's why you look familiar. Zane Chronicles. Yeah, I used to stay up late at night and watch that. It's like, ooh, what is this? What is this? Yeah, anyway, got distracted for a moment. So Steven's like, dang, I can't believe it really just dropped the ball. Because remember, Andrew is supposed to be working with Lucian and I guess technically Steven, even though he doesn't know it, regarding all of this mess. Now Kelly is doing the usual Kelly things, just like, Lord, is Travis out there? Is Travis out there? And that's when Marcy realizes something's wrong. What's wrong with you, Kelly? What is wrong with you? She goes and deflects. Okay, what's wrong with you, Marcy? Because she's been acting funny ever since you came from the hospital. I know you're not feeling well, but did the doctor tell you something else aside from the fact that, you know, you need to get some rest? You know, I'm not dumb. I know I'm going to get it out of you. One way or the other, I'm going to get the information out of you. She said, okay, Kelly, now back to you, because I'm not giving up anything. What is going on? Why do you keep looking at Kelly? Because she leans back. She gets a little comfortable. You know, she got to take care of the bun in the oven. Now, what scared me was when Marcy said, don't worry about it. There's nothing to talk about. I'm like, Marcy, are you going to get rid of the baby? Because I know you wanted a baby, so you better be having this baby. Like, let's stop playing games. And because I figured it out, I'm like, this has only been a couple of days, actually, for this whole show. Like, with her sleeping with Brad and all that, which means that it most likely, it could be Brad's, but Brad had the vasectomy as well, so it's probably Randal's. Jesus. Anyway, and Kelly finally lets it be known because Marcy sees that Travis is outside. It's like, why is Travis sitting on your porch? Like, on my porch? I'm like, wait, you can see that from Alex's house? That's weird from that angle, but yeah, let's pretend like that makes sense. Alright. And she says, oh my gosh. It's like, Kelly, what's going on? Okay, I'll tell you. Travis, you know, he's been acting kind of weird. He came to my house, and it was while I wasn't there, and he kind of broke in. He kind of broke into my house, and he's been acting kind of funny. And, you know, he kind of almost raped me. She didn't say that, but I'm thinking, Kelly, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Marcy, because she was just like, but, you know, because Marcy was like, Travis? I was like, yeah, I know. You know, maybe it's because, I don't know, I could possibly let him on. She said, don't be one of those women. Like, I almost became one of those women. Don't be one of those women. That's what we've been trying to tell you the whole time. You're calling the cops. I'm right here. You're calling the cops. He's sitting on your porch after doing all that. You were calling the cops. You were calling the cops. It is what it is. I'm thinking, this is Kelly. She's going to make it difficult for us. Back at the hospital, Lucian is speaking to Natalie, and Natalie's just like, you need to take your phone. Take your phone call. Take the call. Just take the call. Just get out of my face for a moment. Take the call. He goes out, takes the call, and she's just like, yeah, I'm still here. It was like, wait, Kelly, you're calling me? She's like, yeah, so how are you? I'm like, Kelly, get to the point. This girl gets on my damn nerves. And I'm so disappointed with her character. Anyway, She stayed with her because she was doing, I'm like, this is Tyler. I know this is him. Dragging out the scene when all she had to say was, Travis has been acting funny. He came into my house, he met me on my doorstep, and he also came to my house. What do you mean came to my house? I'm thinking, Kelly, you need to paint a story. You want a restraining order. You just asked Lucian if you can go and have him file a restraining order on your behalf. And yet, you're making it seem like, oh, Travis has just been there. You didn't necessarily want him there. No, Travis broke into your house. He molested you, basically tried to rape you. And damn you, Kelly. So it's just like, oh my gosh, this has been happening? Travis? Little Travis is like, I know. But yeah, it's just crazy. It's just like, Kelly, okay, so this is what's going to do. I'm going to send over Rick. Rick is someone who I actually trust. I.e., someone I actually trust. I'm going to send him over there. And it's like, yeah, and there's one more thing. Ramsey, he left? And it's like, Ramsey left? Yeah, exactly. He left and he didn't tell anyone. And aside from that, I almost feel like something's really wrong. What do you mean something's really wrong? Like, I don't know if Travis did something, but Travis made it sound like he knew that Ramsey was gone and wasn't going to come back. And how would he know that? He kind of hinted at it, and it just seemed very odd to me. It's like, okay, so I'm going to send over Rick to check your house and my house. All right, cool. Marcy's just like, oh, see, Kelly, I'm glad you did that. I'm thinking, thank you for being a friend. Marcy! Kelly, take notes. Marcy was spurned by you and Esperanza, and yet she's still being a better friend to you than you have been to her for I don't want to call you trash because you are the dumb blonde of the show. Somehow, I thought it was going to be Esperanza. But Esperanza knows what's going on. She's just ignorant. So she knows better. She just doesn't do better. You just don't even know better. Lucian calls Steven. Steven's just like, hey, dude, what's going on? It's like, yeah, well, here's the thing. How's your son? It's like, yeah, he's okay, whatever. But what's going on? I'm thinking, finally, Lucian, finally, you're getting to business. And it's like, well, what's the deal? Yeah, so Andrew, no, Eddie went to go find Alex, and because Alex was going in the direction of her parents' house. So it's like, huh? Yeah, and something doesn't feel right about it because Andrew, we can't get a hold of Andrew. I called his phone, and can't get him. Called Eddie's phone, and it's going straight to voicemail. So it's like, Eddie? It's like, yeah. Eddie is doing a lot, I know, but right now we have other things to worry about. Lucian's just like, wait a minute. You just told me that Eddie's going to Andrew. Now we can't hear from Andrew. Now we can hear from Eddie. And he was going in the direction of Alex's parents' house where Randal and the baby are being held captive. You have got me. Are you trying to... Look, I'm going to send the FBI. We're going to go and send all our resources to that house. But aside from that, do you even know what you're doing? Because where's Pete? I was like, finally, we find out what happens to Pete. What we find out? Nothing. Because Lucian lets it be known that they don't know where Pete is. They don't know where Pete is. And that whole thing is, I'm flabbergasted. How in the world do you not know where Pete is? Pete was on pain medication and his wound opened up, and yet you can't find him. And Eddie what is wrong with this hospital? What is going on? Because Lucian's just like, we need to take care of Eddie now. Screw the department. We're taking down all of them. Steven says, no, we have to go and get the cartel, the drug cartel. We need to get them. And I'm thinking, okay, so where's Tilda? Where's Julian? Where is everyone? Where is everyone? Where's Claudia? So, Lucian's over it. He wants to go and take care of the department and just wipe it out all in one sweep. But again, that would only really take out Eddie. Because Lucian's just like, so Pete has to get shot. Now Andrew's missing. What are you doing? A whole lot of nothing. So they get off the phone. And because they're going to go over to Alex's house. While that's happening, Natalie says, okay, what's wrong? Because I know that there's something wrong. I'm thinking, Lucian, is he about to just do a huge data dump on Natalie? No, he says, yeah, Natalie Here's the thing. You know your friend Alex? Yeah. Her baby and Randal were kidnapped, and because they were kidnapped, we found out where they were. They're at Alex's parents' house. Alex's parents' house, and like, yes, we know how bad it is. And she was like, you have to go. So it's like, no, I don't need to go. She's like, what is wrong with you? A baby and even Randal kidnapped, and you're trying to stay here with me. I love you for what you're trying to do, but you should go over there and get to work. I'm thinking, Lucian, because you weren't there, so much foolery happened. Let's be completely honest. Lucian could have helped a couple of situations. The situation with Pete, the situation with Andrew. They kept asking for help. And you kept deciding you wanted to go into this whole fairy tale land, wanted them to go and do this, that for you. And then when they get shot, when they get injured, when they get out of commission, almost die, Lucian, you've officially got on my nerves, but I think it's amazing how you went from being a side player to the main player. I mean, everything's revolving around you right now, so shout out to you for that. Kelly is just pondering like, oh, do I want to make pancakes or waffles when the kids wake up? That was the look that I was getting from her, but we finally heard the police siren, so the police was there. She was like, oh, just let the police handle it. They're already here. Margie's like, what is wrong with you? You called them. You need to go and speak with them. So she goes out and she talks to Rick. He's the officer. He's the black guy that told Eddie about, okay, you know, we're thinking that it's Alex's parents that did it or whatever. Or, no, that originally they were thinking that Brad did it. Yeah, that same Rick. Rick is another undercover agent. Rick is tall. And I'm prefacing that because if you actually look at the set isn't that big. Most of these people are under 6 foot. Rick easily has to be over 6 foot. And so I was like, Lord Jesus, this is going to look funny. This is going to be very funny. So I'm going to narrate this. But, you know, he talks to Kelly, and Kelly was just like, all right. So I guess Rick technically already stopped by the hospital to get his Lucian's key or something. I'm like, okay. I guess we didn't have to waste a scene for that. Shout out to Tyler Perry for that. So, you know, Kelly fills them in on the fact that her ex has been kind of stalking her. So she needs to go and just also check out Lucian's house because that's where Ramsey still lived. And Ramsey just disappeared. And when she was talking, he was just had this look of, are you stupid? Are you a little bit slow? This man is clearly stalking you, and you're acting as if nothing's really happening. She's just like, well, do you think it's bad? You know, he came in through the window. That's breaking and entering. It's like, really? Are you sure? Just because I know at some point we were... He's like, that's breaking and entering. I'm going to go and check the house. You go inside. I'm thinking, if Travis comes up and snatches you, I'm going to say nothing. Because he told you to stay inside. So Rick goes inside the house. Now, mind you, Rick is so tall and big that Rick looks like he's the size of the door frame of the house. I mean, Rick looked like he probably had to bend down to go into the door frame. That's how small this set actually is. And that's how short the other actors actually are. Now I understand why you don't really see tall people on TV like that, because it looks awkward. It looked awkward, him checking the house, because it's like you have all this body and all this wingspan. Who am I talking? Who am I? Look at this, Jesus. All this wingspan and the long legs, and so it just looks hilarious when you're on a small set or in front of something small like those houses. And he went inside, realized, Lord Jesus, Kelly, get back inside. Get back inside. I was like, oh, Kelly, get back inside. Kelly, get back inside. She was like, oh my gosh, I think something happened to Ramsey. You think? Ramsey is either in there and killed or possibly passed out, or there could be blood trail. Signs of struggle, something, but he looked shook. So there has to be some type of blood. Has to be some type of blood, and so he calls for backup. I'm like, yeah, but who's going to actually come since everyone's going to be going to Alex's parents' house? Rusty is trying to get the boat situation all squared away. It's morning time. I'm like, dang, that baby is still crying because that baby is hungry. That baby's hungry. He's cold. You guys are truly animals. You're saying black. How about that? If he's an animal, then you're trash. You're garbage. And this is where Randal, he switches up the tactics. He's like, okay, you're not going to hold my baby. You're not going to feed my baby. You're not going to help my baby. How about this? I'm going to pay you to let me go. I'm going to give you the same offer that I gave your husband. $100,000 out of my savings. It's funny because you can tell she's not like Rusty. She didn't think, so how'd you get that money? She said, oh, really? Okay. You look like you could have some money. All right, cool. And she was just like, well, yeah, but you need to convince him to let me go. So like, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. And it's like, shut up. He's like, because you raped my daughter. Why would I do anything to help you? I'm just trying to mess with you. I don't want anything from you. You raped my daughter. You know I didn't do it. You better be quiet. You better be quiet or else he's going to go posto on you. Do you act? Because that's a weird thing. You can tell that she really doesn't want any of this to happen. Ish. She's not truly opposed to it because she is bigoted herself. But I guess the whole killing factor is what's making her feel like, gosh, this is pretty messed up. But I'm not really going to do anything to try and stop it. She goes over to her husband. Now, mind you, these people really think nothing of this child. She walks right over the baby. I'm like, you little... And tries to talk to Rusty. He's like, Rusty, he says he can give us money. How much? $100,000. Yeah, he told me that too. He doesn't have that money. It's drug money. He stole that money. He ain't ish. And so next thing we know, we think the cops are there. No, it's Alex. Alex is the first one on the scene. I was like, no, get my baby. Her mom finally picks up the baby. Now, mind you, she basically just went and grabbed up that baby. I'm like, Jesus, they're not even cradling this baby. You couldn't pay me enough for my child to be in this scene. Not enough. Not enough. And so Randal's like, no, don't kill my baby. Rusty took that shotgun and boom! I was like, damn, that was close. I mean, here was Randal. Here was the shot. Randal, it was almost over. It was almost over. Alice is like, no. And her mom's just like, you ain't this. You ain't going to heaven. You open your legs to a black man. And her father's like, what? It's like, oh no, don't kill me. No, I slept with him. I was like, slept with him? No, he raped me. He raped me. It's like, yeah, that's right. That's the story where you better be telling me because it's what you told me in the first place. That's the reason why I can't do this. And he's like, take this gun. Shoot him. I'm like, Alex, you won't. I was like, Alex, you won't. Alex. Oh, okay, you won't. Next thing we know, because Rusty's pissed. Now Rusty's pissed. He's like, oh, you didn't have it in you. Because a moment ago, Alex slapped Randal. So like, this is all your fault, boy. And I'm like, oh, you backwater. Because I don't even talk like this. But next person who comes up is Eddie. Now notice how the only thing I appreciated regarding Rusty this entire season was the fact this one moment where the whole time Rusty had that shotgun pointed at Eddie. And as I'm like, that's the smartest thing you've done ever since you came on this damn show. And Eddie was just like, I want to go and help you out, Unc. I want to go help you out because this man slept with my best friend. Wait, no. This man slept with my best friend's wife. So I want to go. You can go kill the baby. We can go and kill him. I was like, whatever you need. It's like, oh, you sure? Because you still 5-0. It's like, I got your back. You know what? I'm going to show you I got your back. It's like, why can't we go and hang him? Oh, the boat is rusted. Oh, really? Boom! Shoots it, and the boat gets loose. I'm like, damn, why does Eddie have to be a good shot? But I think he was also in the war, so it makes... dang it. And so then Eddie decides he wants to go and put the rope over Randal's head himself onto his neck. They're all dragging him because Randal's pretty big, so all these malnourished men dragging Randal. And I'm looking at this like, is this really life right now? Is Eddie... Because he threw the rope over. Randal was hoisted in the air. I was like, oh my God, he's hoisted up in the air. I'm like, this was too much. This was too much. Too much. while this is happening, the baby's crying, Alex is crying because she wants her baby back. Next thing we know, Lucian and his FBI goons come through, Steven and the cop force come. There's a shootout between Rusty's family versus the cops and the FBI. And the whole Eddie goes and ducks behind a tree. Rusty gets shot. And when some of the family members get killed and Rusty gets shot, that's when Eddie comes out of the woodwork. I'm a cop, I'm a cop. Steven's like, stop it, I'm a cop, I'm a cop. I'm thinking, Lucian, take the shot, take the shot. Take the shot. I don't care. All those bullets and no one hit Eddie. What is he covered under? Because it's not the presence of the Lord. It's not. That is the devil at work. Working 24/7. 24/7. And I love how it took Lucian to be like, hello, someone take the noose off of Randal's neck. Can we do that? Brad comes after all the action is over. And this is the funniest thing to me, only because I'm like, Brad, you really came right after everything is said and done. I'm glad you did, because if something had happened to you, I would have been pissed at Marcy. I would have pissed at the rest of them, because you didn't do anything bad this season. You didn't. Well, as far as we know. There's always something. Alex was trying to chase her mom during the shootout because her mom took the baby. Her mom took the baby by the leg, dangled that baby. Now, of course, I'm sure this is where green screen and all that stuff came through. Dangled that baby in the lake because the mom was like, I'm killing this baby. This is all your fault. Lucian said, take the shot. We killing her, as in her mom. They took the shot, so her mom must be dead. Her mom must be dead. The baby better be okay. Lord. Alex is probably going to lose the baby. Hell, she might lose her own kid. Brad might have to legally take all of them. I'm like, oh, we really couldn't shoot Eddie for the culture, because Eddie was like, officer down, Andrew got shot in the woods, and it was their fault. And I'm like, wait a minute. So no one's going to testify saying that, Eddie, you were part of it? Please like, comment, subscribe. Though, I must say, the Have and the Have-Nots comes back January 3rd. It looks like production, they stepped up their production game. I don't know if it was just for the commercial or not, but it kind of reminded me of Greenleaf and Queen Sugar. I was just like, Tyler! I know this is where it all really began, as far as, I was like, yo, it looked good. It looked good. Like, purely, Wyatt is awake. I'm ready. I'm ready.